Live. I'm live. Good morning, our buddies. And welcome to my channel, Collage with Pink Girly. I've been up early enough. It's just I've had things to do before I could get on my channel and spend some time with you today. So I'm just doing some last minute prep here. So come in. Good morning, Joyce. I need to clean my glasses. Where's my paper towels? I'm going to grab a paper towel. Come in. Sit, get comfy. I'm excited about working on my project today. Maybe I should use, let's say start thinking about doing a project. And then all the ideas start to get into my head. Anyway, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see who's here yet. Wait a minute, I've got a little bit of cleaning stuff here. I'm gonna just take a moment and clean my glasses so I can see what I be doing. So come in. Good morning. I think it looks like Peggy, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Peggy. Good morning, Peggy. All right, let's see. Yeah, so last night Scooter said, I think I'd like to go to church tomorrow morning. I'm like, okay. But then the time he needs to be there and the time I start my stream at 10, it's cutting it close. Now, you got to ride home, so that's good. Okay, so today I'm going to work on collage tiles. I believe that's what he called them. This is inspired by Tim Holtz. So if you watch him at all, you would be familiar with it, especially if you're a Saturday morning groupie. He comes on Saturday mornings and shares a variety of things. Just depends. This last week, be there in 5 minutes. Okay, so Peggy has stepped away. I have to remember to say good morning again. Joyce, how you doing? You doing okay? So anyway, this past Saturday, I believe if you go onto his channel, Tim Holtz, on YouTube, and look for his last live, which was this past Saturday. Oh, today's Sunday, yesterday. And I think it might have been a week ago. Anyway, it's the Valentine one. And then if you scrub through to about, I think it's about 2 hours, maybe he starts showing these tiles that he's made. Hey, Belinda, good morning. And I was just enamored, and I thought, oh my gosh, he's got to be putting resin on them. What a nightmare that would be. And then he showed how he did it. Not resin, so simple, so easy. It totally blew my mind. He's just a genius to me. He's just an absolute genius. I don't have any samples made. I was, let's see if I can move this out. Oh no, that covers my light, doesn't it? That horrible. No, not really. All right. Well, whatever. I'll put this off to the side here. He just blows my mind. Anyway, so I decided this morning which direction I was going to go with today's live. I had two ideas in mind, and I went with these collage tile. I think that's what he calls them, collage tiles. And gosh, I feel like I'm all crooked. I'm trying to straighten myself out. So I'm going to use my dies, and not my dies, a specific set of dies. I'm going to show you two items that Tim used in his live. These are by Simon Says Stamp. If you don't want to be enabled, look away, okay? These are the dies. And then he used this artful palette. These he called templates. And I wasn't sure why he was recommending these. I couldn't really figure it out. And then I went and rewatched the whole segment, and then it became clear. I can see clearly now the reason why. Okay, when we're off to the races. So he makes these little tiles, which ends up being, these different shapes. And he shows them on the face of a card, doing like a greeting card. But I think, and they look marvelous. They just really do look marvelous. But I think you could certainly use these tiles for journal covers or even a journal page spread. Certainly a greeting card. And I'm sure there's a host of other ways you can use them. I just haven't wrapped my mind totally around them yet. Now, he said that these are all marked with a little number. Of course, you can see I haven't taken them out of the package yet. And the reason he uses the templates is really to lay out a design on the card. So I haven't taken these out yet either. So I'm going to take these. And I'm still prepping some of my paper. Now, I ordered, Tim has a fairly new product out in his line. And I think it's just called palette paper, maybe. And they look like they're 8x8s. Maybe they're 6x6. I'm not sure. And it's paper that is all coordinated with each other. So I think I purchased the orange and the pink. These templates, they kind of look like stencils, which he said you could stencil with them, but they're a little lighter weight than your normal stencil would be. But then you can fit this to the size of your project, and there are little numbers here. Now, he put a little smudge of paint on his numbers because he's getting older too, so he could see them. And the numbers supposedly match the numbers that are on these dies. And then what he does is he ultimately lays this down, use this as a sample, on his card front, and then when he builds and makes the tile, he just can pop them in these shapes. See, and you've got a really cool layout. And you don't have to think about where to place them, right? It's already done for you. And then you've got different scenarios here. You've got this one. Let's see, do I have anything? Let's just use this because it's dark. This is kind of beat up. But you've got different scenarios. So there's this layout. This layout. Now, if your paper all coordinates, they just look terrific. And of course, some of them are a little wider, some of them are a little longer. This one, the numbers go this way. So this is for a landscape layout. This one is much wider, you see. You don't have to use them this way, but if you want to, you don't have to think about, okay, I need 2 squares, I need 2 of the long, I need an extra. You know what? You just lay this, you just cut out your pieces, and then you just lay these down and glue your tiles where you want them. So, as you can see, I haven't used any of these yet. Now, the thing that really set me over the edge is when he showed these tiles, he then shared how he gets them to look shiny. And what he does is he takes paper. Now, see, I at one of the online sales, one of the gals was selling stuff. It's not somebody I generally shop with. And I forget her name, and I apologize. It may come to me. Let's see. Did I do all these? I'm trying to find one that maybe it's not prepared. So he would take a piece of, you could use your scrapbook papers. You know how we all save those little bits? I purchased these. They're called collage strips. Tim Holtz collage strips. They're single-sided, and you get quite a few in here. Of course, I'm not seeing because I have it covered. But they're all his style, you know. They're really cool. 30. You get 30 strips. I don't know what I paid for them. $6 or $7, I think. So you take this, and you could use your double-sided paper. You can use whatever you have available. And then all he does, now this is I think it's going to be the hardest part of the gig today. I really think it's the hardest part. You just take packing tape. Now, see, my packing tape, when I'm pulling it, it's getting the line. See how cloudy and all that is? I'm not going to use that. It still is getting the lines. That may not matter. I don't know. We're going to see. Uh-oh. Didn't want to do that. The more you drop it and it sticks to things, I think the worse shape that it's in. And then all you do is put the tape on your paper. And to me, the hardest part is getting this on your paper without a wrinkle. Now, on some of these, I just folded this back, but he trims it. So this is, can you see how that's shiny? Doesn't look like much now, but once we get going here, you're going to see what I mean. So I'm trimming off the ends. Now, of course, this collage paper, collage strips, they're a little wider than the tape I'm using. And I prepared a couple. Good morning, girls. I said good morning. Peggy, if you're back, good morning. Hi, Deb. Good morning. And then we've got Coloring View. Hey, Color. So I pulled out some other scraps of paper. I couldn't really get to my big container of scraps. This is paper I recently used in a project. But see, I've got a big wrinkle there. I don't know if you can see that. See that big wrinkle? Well, I'm going to have to avoid that. These are just the ends of papers. These are little digitals I printed and decided to cut. I think the other part of this equation to be successful is using papers that work together to do a layout. So this is just a scrap I had. I think I got this maybe as a thank you gift, but that might work with those. I'm putting my collage strips over here. This could go here. Now this is a little wider, but my tape is just, right down the center because I wanted to capture those owls. This is a piece of my painty paper. Now, none of this paper is super heavyweight. This one in particular is very thin, but I think it's going to work. This is the end of a digital I printed. I wanted that 29. It might work here. I think I want these in a different stack. See, these all kind of work together. That one's going to go there. These all might work together for a total layout. You know what I mean? Now, see, this one I didn't trim. I got the tape on crooked. See, so I need to trim that off. Now, this is Tim's trick, and it works really well. He starts to cut here, and then he gets here, and he just pushes his scissors. And then the tape comes off your blade real easy, and you don't get all that gunky stuff. You know how sometimes you cut glue or through glue or another stuff, you get some stick on your blades? That eliminates that. I think that can work here. That I'm throwing here. So I'm just kind of dividing these into, see this one I don't have taped yet. I'm not sure if I like that one. I think I'll put this one aside. These all are not taped. This might work somewhere. This is just an old piece of graphic 45. And I was thinking I'd like this bit here. So let's tape these, and maybe some others will come in and join us. Love my scissors. Watching Rosemary Morris, she's got a pair that are even more gigantic than this, and she just whoop, 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 whoop. And I thought, you know what? That's kind of a smart idea. So I purchased a pair that were longer than the average bear, if you will. All right, so you can see this didn't print exactly correct. So I'm just going to put a strip of tape, hopefully straight across here. So I'm just using regular packing tape. It's hard to see the packing tape and where you're putting it, I think. And to me, it's really hard to get it on straight. See, I overshot, but that's all right. I'm going to go this way. I'm just going to snip off my little ends. Now, of course, when he did it with his new palette paper line, oh my gosh, they're so stinking cute. So I'm just snipping there at the end, and then just really kind of, when you're wrapping Christmas paper, and you take your Christmas wrap and you just go with your knife, with your scissors. That's basically what you're doing. But it works really well on the taped paper. Well, you're not getting the paper, you're really just cutting the tape. So I think I'll put that one aside. Now I've got that. This, like I said, is just a piece of graphic 45. Now, on my shelving unit, I've got a great big accordion folder with tons of scraps. But that's buried. And I just didn't have the energy to dig it out this morning, given my time frame. All right, so we're just prepping all this, and then I'm going to get out my little cuddle bug, and then we're going to start cutting shapes. So if you've just arrived, come on in, get comfy. Now this is one of the collage strips. Now, has anybody else done this? This is the first time I've seen this. When he shows the tiles that he did on his live, I would have bet money that they were, oops, look, I got two. I would have bet money that he had put resin on them. I just find him so delightful. I really do. All right. Now, on some of mine, I just bent this way. Now, he says don't fold your paper because it gets too thick. Now, if you're at all familiar with his line of products, he does have like things called baseboards, and even his Timmy people, they have that. They're on that thicker cardboard stuff, and you can peel those and make them thinner, but this is already thin. And I was thinking, I got to dig out some of my leftover 49 and market, because that's such a heavy cardstock. I think they would really work up great. Now, on the greeting cards he used, some of them, he used those little foamy pop-up bubbles, to make the card. And the other ones he didn't. The other thing he does is he takes plain paper that maybe he's either painted or he had one paper. What did he call it? It almost looks like vinyl or patent leather by the time he was done. But he just ran it through some of his embossing folders. And that gave a really cool look. See, I got crooked on this one too. It's not going to matter though, guys. It's not going to matter once we get to the next step. I just couldn't, I'm just pulled out all this different collage strips because you get 30 of them. And then we're going to decorate some of these too. And then I might, depending on how our time is, go ahead and do a spread in my not so everyday journal if I can put my fingers on it, which is probably highly unlikely. I don't know where that's, I haven't seen that in a couple of days. All right, what else? I've got one more. Oh, I've got these little ones. Yeah, these were strips I got as a thank you from somebody's sale. It might, I don't know if it was, it could have been her and her husband. Okay, Haley? No. Her husband's name is Sean. Gosh, my brain is a little tired this morning. There she is. Hi, Peggy. All your chores are done, girlfriend. Playtime. Playtime. Did I miss anybody else? I don't think so. Looks like we're getting a slow start this morning. Maybe I chased them away without being right here at 10. We'll see. So if you have any questions for me, please put them in caps. I can see that a little better and hopefully address or answer any. Lindy, oh, thank you. Why did I think it was a K? Sandy Peppers. Hi, Sandy. Yes, Lindy K. I think that's who I got these little envelope with all those little goodies in it. So I pulled out a couple of those. And I have some other graphic 45 sitting right here next to my desk, but they're really kind of farm related with. And you know what? They're graphic 45 cards. I have a hard time cutting those apart. All right, so let's do this little sheet. And I'm just going to trim off. Now, you're trimming off the extra, really, because you don't, if you're working with several different sheets of paper, you don't want them all sticking together. You know? So that's really why. And then, of course, I always, or like to always remember to turn the end of my packing tape in. Most of us have some packing tape sitting around, right? It's just a clear cellophane tape. That's what you want. All right, so I kind of have these in categories of what might look cool together. Let's just kind of offset them a little bit. I'm going to try to be a little organized. All right, Tommy. Hey, Tommy, nice to see you. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Come in, come in. Welcome, everyone. All right, so these little bits I think might all look cute together. Now, let's open my dies, which in itself can be challenging. I said this before. My son and I were in France in 2021, and he took me to several, they call them charity shops. And I was on the fence about buying this. I think it was a franc 49 or franc 80 or something like that. And I thought, what in the world? And I thought, you know what? If I don't buy it, I'm going to be sorry. This is one of my favorite tools. I'm so glad I talked myself into it. All right, now Denise says these are marked with a number that coordinates with the little, I think I'm mostly going to use this one. Coordinates with the little templates. Let's get another pair of something smaller. I'm surprised. Oh, it was in my suitcase. So it didn't do a carry on. But yeah, no problem at all. Now, I don't know if you can see that. But see, right up in here, see that little 6? That coordinates with these are marked here. Now, of course, you can eyeball it, but this is a quick way to see that fits right in there, I believe. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be a 9. Because he says there's a little wiggle room. This one doesn't look like there's much wiggle room. So that one's either a 6 or a 9. Let's see if I can get these out. This is not real sharp anymore. Killer Crafter sitting in aisle 38. Woo! Yeah, I've taken I have carried on knitting needles and little scissors. I think you can take up to 6-inch scissors. And if not, as yet, have had a problem. Anything bigger, I pack in my suitcase. It hasn't been an issue. Now, I think I want to take out a little butterfly. Let's get these rectangle guys. Now, of course, a lot of people make those ATC coins. Oh gosh, my husband has done the taxes and we already got our money. It's like, of course, we don't, ours is very easy, he says. So maybe that's the reason. This is, I don't know if that's a 5 or a 6. This is a number 1. So what Tim did was he took a piece of magnet square, like, hey, Brenda. And he went ahead and put them all on. This one's not as magnetic as I guess it could be. And then he just took a little paint marker and put the number of this, say like this one's a number 4. So he put a number 4 here. And if that's a 1, he put a little number 1 there. This one's a number 3. You can watch him. You'll see. So that he can just look at this and look at his template and know which ones he wants to cut. I thought this was, maybe this isn't the magnet one. Yeah. Maybe this is just a shim. I got to find my piece of magnet. Anyway. All right. So what I think I want to do is decide on a layout. Let's get one that's not, see, this one only has a few. So let's get this one and see what I need. Now he went ahead and I think this is a really good idea. I'm just trying to, I think he said he used just one of his crayons or pencils. Let's see. I don't know if this will work. It might be, I don't think he meant a distress crayon, but maybe he did. I don't know if you can see that any better. Maybe a little. Yeah. I'm telling you, kids, he's a genius. He's a genius, that Timmy. There's the number over here. He said it's just the way his brain works. Well, probably a lot of us, our brain works the way his brain does. Now, you could probably put acrylic paint over this or something. I don't know. This will probably hold up okay. Here's one more. I think this is a 6 because this is the way all the other numbers are going. All right, so number 6, which this is number 6. No, it's in a different spot, so I don't think that's a 6. Maybe it is. Number 5 is not on this one. This is number 7, so that goes there. Number 2. Did I do this one? Yeah, number 2. Sure. Number 3 is 4. And I'm hoping number 3 is not too big for most of my things. 3. This little guy has to be the 1. And I'm just going to say the number, I'm assuming the number should be in the same spot. I think this is a 9. This is a 5. Where's my... It's got to be a 6 because there is no... I don't see a 9. So they're the ones I'm going to work with this morning. All right? Now, I probably should have gotten out some washi tape. I don't know if I have some that I can... All right, there's a few more. Hey, Ange, good morning. You already forwarded your tax documents? Good girl. Excuse me. I just gulped some water. Now I have a little belchy. Put a different color dot. Oh, my baby's got it. Put a different color dot with a Sharpie on the template and matching dye to me. Oh, yeah, I just opened these up. That's a great tip. Thanks, Peggy. I'm telling you, girls, Peggy, she's got it going on. Okay, now the cuttle bug. Now, most of you know, if you've been with me, spent any time with me at all, you know I am challenged when it comes to some of these tools we use. So this is my cuttle bug. If you're not familiar, it's a brand. And I like it because the arms flap out. I think Timmy's got one like that too. Because it stores better, you can flap those up. I started out on this journey with a Big Shot. And those arms did not fold up. And it was just a pain in the patootie to find a place to store it. And then a gal that worked with me in the co-op I was involved with said, I was cleaning out my closet. I got this thing. Could you use this? And I'm like, yeah. So she gifted it to me. I said, what do you want for it? And she said, you know what? When you're done with it, just pass it on. And look, it's so dirty, I probably would be too embarrassed to pass it on. So now the thing is we're going to take these. Now I've kind of put these in groups, like color palette, design, whatever. I just threw some stuff together. I didn't pay a lot of attention to it. Okay, I'm moving this back a little bit. Maybe you can see. Now, supposedly, and it did work that time, when you pull these arms down, it kind of locks itself on your surface. Of course, there again, it depends on your surface. All right, so I'm going to put my piece of paper down and then just put my little squares that are going to fit on there. Now I've got my B plate and my A plate, my C plate. I'm making my little sandwich. Now on this kind of paper, it doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm trying to stay as straight as I can. But Tim, goes forward, so you hear that little clack, and then he goes back. Hey, Dana, good morning. And they should, be cut out pretty well. I probably could do a third. I've got a little bit there I need to trim, but this is basically what we're looking for. See, that didn't cut all the way through. So maybe I'll do it 3 times. All right, so I'm just going to stack those. I'm hesitant to throw that out. All right, so now this one I need, let's see what I can get out of this one. I'm going to put that there and see if I can. Now, you may want to tape these so they don't wiggle. I'm going to try to do it without, I probably am going to be sorry. I'm going to try to do this without taping. Just going to wind it through a couple times, back and forth, back and forth. And just, I have to move. I have something right in my vision here. I can't read all of my chat. And just playing with the spirograph set. I purchased one of those a little while ago, and I was disappointed. I took mine back. Can you see the shine? It's just wonderful. This I probably could get another one out of this one. I don't know if that's, I could probably use that. All right, I need a bigger sheet. Let's put that there. That's going to give me trouble. This is the biggest die that I'm going to use for this set, the number 3, and I'm going to try to get that owl. You know what? Let's do this. Let's snip off this other little. I'm thinking if I had found my, I know where. Oh, you know what? I think I just thought of where it is. Maybe I'll get it out. It's right here by my foot. I have a. You know what? That's not a good spot. Let's move it here. Now, while I'm doing that, I might as well see if I can do another one, right? Just got to make sure the blade part is down. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Crunch, crunch. I keep saying it, Brenda. I have something to send you, and I have not located it yet in my room. I'm so disgusting. I'm such a slob. I'm trying to get better. I am a little better, but I'm not great. I gotta just tell you, I'm not great. Oh my gosh, see, there's not much on that. But how cute is that? You'll see. You're going to see how cute this is. All right, see, I think I still can get another little, but let's not confuse the issue. All right, I'm going to put my little, now I've got little magnets sitting here. My desk, I've got metal shelves, and I've got little magnets up there, and when I don't want to lose them, I just pop them up on a piece of magnet. This, I think I still can get another little something out of, so I might just hold on to this a little bit. Was this part of that group? Maybe. Let's see. I don't think I need any extras yet. All right, I'm going to put this back down on the floor. Oh, thanks, Brenda. You're sweet. Oh, when I was a working gal, I wasn't this scattered. Just seems to be, well, I guess between age and retirement. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. Or maybe just not giving a hoot about how organized I am. I don't know. This, I think, is magnetic. Yeah. See, that would be better. And then I could put and they would stay, I think, pretty much where I put them. All right. So that'll be for the next go. How about that, kids? I knew right where that was. It took me a minute, but I remembered. Woohoo! I think I might have to go get more water. Didn't get myself much water today. All right, so now the next thing I'm looking for is, I didn't pull this down. I think they're right here. I want little things to glue on those to make them super cute. Oh, super cute. So we'll pull this out. I'm not sure what's in all these, but I think a lot of this is my Timmy embellishment stuff. And maybe I should. See, I only thought about this to a certain point. I didn't think about the total follow through. Now that's kind of big, but we'll see. I mean, that's kind of small, but we'll see how this looks. This is what I'm thinking. Some of this I'm doing I was partly prepared. Some of this I'm doing on the fly. But I'm thinking I could decorate the front of this little journal with the tiles, right? Lori, you just haven't found the right organization. Yeah, you're probably right. Not sure there's one that exists. All right. I may have to go get a little more water. All right, so these are the pieces I'm going to play with. Let's use, I don't know if this would be better or worse. Now, I'm not really going to think about, these are kind of coordinated, and I'm not going to think about layout. I'm just going to decorate them and see how we do. Now, I'm going to open this box. There's things in here I've never used. If I can open the box. Your brain is scattered and you're not retired. You're in trouble. I'm just using it as an excuse. All right, so let's turn these right. I think I have an extra or two, so we'll just decorate. All right, these I picked up somewhere. They might be a little big, but maybe. Just thinking. Just thinking. Now, if you have an idea of something I could use, just let me know, and I might have it somewhere. See, I bought a bunch of this is not the ones I thought of. I thought I had. Where did I just put those? See, I keep moving stuff. What do I have in here? Oh, that's money. Timmy put all kinds of stuff on them. Some of them are big and huge and like a bird, like put a bird on it. He had a butterfly that wasn't even flat, and with the pop-up tabs, he fashioned it so it glued down flat. Here's a little crown. That's Christmas. I don't want Christmas right now. Oh, this is all Christmas. Oh, that's cute stuff. I have little ones like this that are not brads and they're just the numbers. But I don't know if I'll run into them. So I'm going to take that brad out because we can pop a hole. That's cute. Like he has little spoons and he has, oh, here's one. These feel so good in your hand. And they're two-sided. And I've just never used them. Partially because, I have that problem where I love it so well I don't want to use it. Now, he also talked about some kind of collage glue that he used, which I think I have, but mine's in a pot. His was in a different container. So I'm not sure the best glue. My hot glue gun is always plugged in, so that's definitely a possibility. And let's not forget buttons and all that jazz. Now, see, I've been saving this. This is just a little zipper. But see, that might look cute on one of these. Maybe this dark one. He might be a little too big. Just anything that you have. Now, I've got some buttons in here. These I put on my jelly paint with, hey, Teresa. Do not forget jazz. Hey, Nicole. These have paint all over them. But I could use those. Somewhere I have brads that look like a little button. Little black brads that look like a little button. And Timmy, see, look, here's a skate. Oh, look at this. Now I'm going to need some more of this stuff. I might just get some of this out to have it right here. Here we go. I had a whole package of these. Can you see that? He's just got one of these glued on a tile. I'm going to take this bird off of this. If I use the bird, then I'm going to pinch off that little circle there. All right, let's see what's in this other container. Now, I'm sure charms would work, right? Little charm. Most of the stuff I think is going to be too big. Oh, there's some gears. A couple little gears might be cute. And even just a plain brad. Now, the other thing I didn't dig out were my little, what do you call those, Peggy? They're just like little pop-up dots. They're like little foam squares. Is that what we call them, pop-up dots? Broken pieces of jewelry might work to decorate. Most of this would be too big. I wonder if I could cut one of those, though. I wonder how easy they cut. They probably would cut. Yeah, is it? Foam pop-up dots. Thank you. Yeah, you know when you make those like cards and you want to raise something up? This might be hard to glue on, but boy, that's cute, right? All right, let's see how we do with this. And then, of course, there's always, lace. Why won't that close now? That's not it. I don't see where it's hitting. Golly sakes, Laura. I don't know what I did. Oh, here it is. It's clear. She's lost her mind. Big time. What are these little circles? Oh, yeah. We don't want those. We don't want those. Laura? Laura, hi. All right, so let's decorate these. Now, finding another spot. I did pull some lace and all might be a little, I don't know. We'll see. This is just the beginning. All right, so if I'm going to put it on this book, and I may not. I don't know that I've decided. We're just going to lay this out and see what I think. Now, see, I can tell already because this one's. I don't think I want that one sideways. Does this make sense to anyone yet, or am I driving you crazy? You can tell me. Well, it won't hurt my feelings. I just moved my little tiny girl. I'm already crazy. You don't. Thank you. I have a little tube of little teeny tiny buttons. I have a new cart here that I just started to load up, so I'm in process. So everything doesn't have a home yet, so we'll blame it on that. I don't think any of these buttons are small enough. Okay. See this one? I think I can cut the shank off. Hey, Debbie, good morning. Oh, I like that. Okay. Now you can put words, you can do whatever you want. I want something, I think, darker there on the owls, but not that. Maybe I'll do See now I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to point out my error. See, when I cut this, I didn't pay attention and it's got an edge that does not have the tape. So it's not shiny there. I only cut out one of this size. So maybe we'll flip and I'll have to cut it out. Cut it out. And then I want this size, so I need these two done over. Oh, this is the same way. What a nutter. What a nutter. Batting 1,000. See, this is why you want to do things ahead of time. Oh, here's a purple button. That might look good. All right, you know what? I'm just going to pull this aside. And I'm going to look at this more closely. Yeah, see, I don't have tape over here. This is what I should, whoops, trim it. Do you have clear fingernail polish to put along the edge? The edge of the paper? Oh, you mean to use that one? You know what, I might just cut it smaller. I don't use nail polish anymore, so I don't really. You know what, I think this one will look good. No, this isn't the one I wanted. I'm robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let's see. This one here I need to trim. So if you're just coming in, welcome. We're making collage tiles with either digital paper or scrapbook paper that is covered with packing tape. Thank you, Tim Holtz. This one I didn't tape. Why? We don't know. We just don't know. Okay, so now I need the biggest die. And I need that, I put them up here. This long, narrow one. And I want it, this would be different. Oh, I know what I should do. Wait a minute. Put my paper down. No, I don't want to do that because see, then this will cut through onto my magnetic thing. Hi, Lynn. Did I get everybody? Lynn, Angie, Laura, Debbie, Anne Marit. I didn't see you sneak in. Hi, Anne Marit. I think I'll just go the way I've been going. You know, streaming live is not as easy as some folks make it look. May I just say that? Because you don't want to send anybody down a bad rabbit trail or, you know, send them in a wrong direction. You know, you want them to have success if they should try anything you're doing. And so when it comes to trying to create on the fly, if you will, you have the 1970s Band-Aid commercial. Oh no, really? I am stuck on Band-Aids. Band-Aid stuck on me. See in the tin. Thank you, Brenda, for sharing that. My gosh. All right, let's see what we got here. B plate, A plate, C plate. So I'm cutting with these little fins. This, I think, can certainly go sideways. While I'm running this through, I might as well cut a couple more for another project. I think I want that. I won't put that there. That's just cutting it close. I don't know if I can do it. Maybe we'll, oh, I see. Wait a minute. Let me get this guy. Now I'm working with that one design for a layout from the template. I need my C plate. It should really, Timmy cuts on an angle. Okay, here we go. I'm watching because I'm wiggling them and they're going cattywampus. Create and relate. Good morning. I have so many new people that I cannot remember everybody's name. I'm going to have to start working on that. Peggy says placing dies on an angle keeps your plates from warping. Oh, I didn't know it. Ooh. Gosh, these are cute. This is kind of almost reminds me of that artist that Chaplin likes. What's that Starry Night? The Starry Night guy. Isn't it terrible? I can't think of his name. Oh, this one I still have to cut out. A starry night. Yeah, I can still get something out of this one. All right, we'll see what we're going to use. This one, this might not be wide enough. Nope. Let's see. Oh, this one's a fatty. This one's a little fatty. Oh, maybe I can get this 29. See, it's just not quite to my liking. Guess I'm going to have to go. Let's see. I'm looking to see what would work with what I have picked out. See, this one's not wide enough either. I might have to put my tape on different. I don't think my tape is. No. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Guess we're going to have to wing it. See, this fits, but the tape is not covered there. Hold on. Let's think about this. Let's see if I can jury rig it. If I want to cut that portion. We'll see how this looks. This may not look as good, so you'll have to take that into account. Now I got to get it in the right spot. Let's do that. Now I would think, you might have some, maybe a punch you'd like to use, especially if you don't have setup, you know, this contraption. You know, if you're watching this or on the replay and you're like, yeah, well, that's all well and good, Paint Girly, but I don't have that. Hey, Cindy, good morning. Did I see Stace come in or is Stacy create and relate? Are you Stacy? Hey, Linda. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's. I was looking for Stacy May. Create and relate. Got it. Okay, so that looks cool. All right, now let's see what we got. You're worried about Jacqueline. She would good morning every morning at 6, but for the last 4 days, she hasn't. I think she's just busy and she's been trying to get some extra sleep. So maybe she's just sleeping in. Don't worry. Don't worry. She's fine. She's fine. Maybe she's trying not to be a creature of habit. Maybe that's some of it. All right, let's try this again. All right, I think I have to take off my sweater. Whew, it's heating up here. Heating up. We're at a steamy 38 this morning. All right, now I want to get something to cut that shank off of that button. I can dig through my tool drawer. Not that, not that. This might work. Let's see if this works. All right, so this has just got a little shank on it here. I think I have more of these. Let's see if I can. Not sure if I can get it. No, that's not super flat, is it? This one's different. See, it's not real. It's not super flat. I might be able to adjust that with the hot glue. Fill that in and get it to stick. All right, back to the very beginning. All right, let's see. So this is my template. If you weren't here, this is a template by Simon Says, and I'm using that on the front of this little journal. And I'm just seeing about placement. Now, see, Timmy said these just drop right in, but see, that's not dropping in for me. Did I cut the wrong one? It's possible I grabbed the wrong one. This is number 3. See, this is smaller. I've got my templates mixed up, girls. Let's put this off to the side so I don't do that again. See, this should be smaller. So this is going to go here. I'll recut that. All right. This one was going the wrong way, so I recut this so this can go sideways. This is a piece of my painty paper. That can go there. And I have my little owls. They can go there. And this little number I love, little spring flowers, it looks like, can go there. Now, having the template there makes it really look attractive, does it not? Do, 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 do. There's my circus song. All right, let's correct this error. Now I want to put little designs or little decorations, I should say, not designs. See, this is a different size too. All right, I'm just going to quickly do this because hey, it's my show. I could do it, right? My show. It's my party, and I'll do it if I want to. I might just end up crying. All right, so I'm loading up my. Maybe that's why that didn't fit on the other papers because I had the wrong size. This is what life is like with me, though, girls, okay? This is what it's like. And to tell you the truth, I don't get discouraged. I don't get upset. It's just, it's just the way it is. Oh, that is it. You know what? I'm just sorry. I'm just sorry, but that's adorable. Okay, right there by itself. Love it. I love it. I love it. I really, really love it. Okay, so now I have to decide about what I'm going to decorate. How. Now that my tape is picking up a little bit there. This little guy, he might not need anything. This guy needs something. And I think I like him on there. So I'm good for today so far. Creating Early 24. Thanks so much for asking. I'm taking it easy. Oh, coloring view. What's going on there, baby girl? Rotate. I'm going to snip this. Maybe you don't want to share, but it sounds like got something going on there and you're on the upswing, which is wonderful. Well, that's not snipping. This should be able to snippity dip right off. Snippity dip. I heard it snap. And that's without my hearing aids. I fell asleep. Okay, Ange. I fell asleep with my hearing aids in. I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning to go to the bathroom. And I thought, oh, shoulder replacement. Oh, my goodness, honey. You're doing good. Good for you. 6 weeks out. That's great. What's the recovery time look? You're healing well, doing therapy. Oh, good, good. Bless you. That's wonderful. All right. My husband is about. Let's see. What are we? We're probably 11 weeks out from his foot surgery, his ankle surgery. So at the beginning, it's like, woo, that's such a long time. But you know what? The days just keep passing, thank the Lord. And all right, I'm going to use my hot glue gun. I'm just doing this. I mean, I can use them somewhere, right? So I'm just going to pop a little hot glue in here. I'm sure I could use any kind of. No, let's glue it to the. Can you stand me right now? Look, I just dropped it. These nails aren't that long, but for some reason it's a new set and they're giving me fits today. Now I think I would like this a little thicker, but this is just this is especially thin because this is just some of my painty paper. Some of you are familiar with my painty paper. All right, what would look good here? Where did I have this? Where did I want this number? Let's see if I can get this. Let's see if I can get this. Uh, I need another glue stick. I have a little bit of a stiff neck this morning. I'm stretching. I'm stretching. I'm reaching. I'm getting my glue stick. Ooh, I'm loving this button. I hope I can get this to glue down. See, it's almost looks like a tiger eye kind of. It's just plastic. It's just plastic, and it's got a little plastic gold collar on it there. So let's see if I can do this without goofing it up. Now, if you get a chance to go look at Tim's collage tiles, it's the his Saturday Live Valentine's one at about 2 hours. You go about 2 hours in and you'll see them, and you will just be like, Lori's do not even hold a candle to what this guy does. I don't know if I want him on there. Now, I'm thinking about using one of these brads because I really like it. Although just a regular brad might look cute. You probably won't even see it that well, right? Where's the pokey tool? Let's give it a go. Let's just poke a hole. Oh, you know what? I got this new tool. Let's see if this works. I don't know what it's called. Can you see that? Oh, yeah, that worked like a charm. I don't know if that's big enough. And then you got to be able to see where you put it. Mhm. I'll have to dig. Oh, there's my buttons right in front of my face. Good night. Now I've got this cute little 6. I think I'm going to put that here. I think just for streaming purposes, I'm using my hot glue, but I think I probably will use, oh boy, that's a lot of glue. Generally, I would use my Fabri-Tac or something. I don't know. And I didn't do that so well. I'll have to get that off. Can't really see that. And there we go. That looks like, see, I don't like that glue there. I'm going to have to work on that. I don't want to do this with an audience and then, have my pokey tool sticking out of my finger. Well, we'll lose Anne. She'll go cray cray. All right, a new little something on that guy. I've got this little zipper that I think is just adorable, but I don't know that. I guess that looks cute. Now this would really work on a card. I'm not so sure journal's the best place for it, but I didn't really think about what I was going to put these on, you see. So how bad can they look on the journal, right? So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to do it. We're just going to do it. This is a live show, so anything goes, right? We're just going to do it. Now, All right, so I've got my template and I'm just eyeballing this, and I probably should tape this. It's going to wiggle, so I got to tape it, right? So now what I have to do is be able to get into my drawer with my worksheet tape, my worksheet tape. Let's see if this one will serve me. Not all washi tape is created equal, so let's just see. And I'm using the washi tape because I want to be able to pull it off and not damage my cover. This is just paper. 2 cardboard pieces. I glued in a little signature. It's a little wibbly. This is just 2-sided fabric. Batiste. Okay, Ange, welcome back. And this was supposed to resemble a mini Reader's Digest. I think I could have put more pages in there, and I could have done this better. I think this needs a little more glue down in there, but for right now, we're just going to, actually, this could go either way. It could go either way. This has to be redone. Maybe we'll just pull this off. And down the rabbit trail we go. This I'm not happy with this. So, but we can still decorate the cover, right? All right, so here we go. Doesn't really matter. Doesn't, see, I'm seeing a little, this side I think is better. Doesn't really matter. Now I'm going to use a little bit of washi. If I can find the end. I don't always put my washi tape, fold a little piece so you can find the end. Of course, I picked this one out where I can't see the end. La, da, da. This is why I do the circus song. La, da, da, dee, 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 dee. So how is everybody? Are you all doing well? We're planning to watch the Olympic pair skaters today. We love the Olympics. My family loved them growing up. My original family, not my kids. I don't think they care. You know what? I cannot find the end of that. I do not have a shortage of washi, so let's just not make me any crazier than I am. And I'm just doing this because I want my template to stay where I want it. There's Jacqueline. Hi, Jacqueline. All right. That should hold it enough. Okay. So then really all we do, I didn't glue that little guy on. Doot, 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 doot. I guess I'm going to put that there. So I save everything. See that little tiny zipper? It's not good for anything except making something on your journal look adorable. Mm-hmm. Now you could put words on these too. Like before you put your tape on, put a word If you're so inclined, put your tape over top. Where's the little guy? There he is. This got on a little crooked. Yeah, see, I'm not happy about that. I'll have to rework this. See how it's a little wonky. But I can put a, of course, that'll melt the cellophane. I can warm that up a little bit, I think, and zhuzh that around. Now, the trick is, oh, here it is. Just going to say the trick is finding my golden mat, not golden mat, my Fabrifix. I'm going to use my Fabrifix to glue these in place. We're just going to go for it. I mean, how bad can this look? How bad can this look? Doesn't look as good as Timmy's. Timmy has that palette paper that is just amazing. And some of this paper, because it's his collage paper, kind of gives that same vibe. So we'll do another one after this. What time? Oh, geez, it's almost 12. Holy, or as Kel would say, Hannah, holy Hannah banana. Holy Hannah, I think she says. It all takes time. Time passages. This one, when you glue stuff on, it acts like a little handle. Let me give myself a shout out here. If you have not subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that. I go in spurts. I get some new people and then it kind of stops. And I'm kind of stuck at my current number. I would like to get up to the next. So right now I'm at, I let you do an, you'll let, okay, Cindy, you can hang out with me. Good. That's good to know. Good, good, good. Cindy, I still haven't looked for your address yet either. I'm just, I don't know. I've been taking naps. I have to stop that napping jazz. Got to stop that nippy nap. Okay, let's put this one in. I love this little one. See, now, like Tim said, these fit into the template, so you can get your placement right. I don't have to think about it. I'm just putting them in, the hole that it belongs to, just like a little memory exercise, like kids and their little block toys, slipping them in where they are supposed to go and where they fit. See? Now, it doesn't look like much there, so I'm hoping once, oh, not a nippy nap, an Angie nap. Once I get this off and take the template off, I hope we have a wow factor. Maybe not so much. Maybe the background wasn't so great. All right, hold on. They still look a little crooked to me. Let's give them a little zhuzh. And it could be I didn't really pick out great papers to go together. I think pop-up dots certainly would help. And I think a thicker cardstock certainly would help. I might like to try to do some of this on like a file folders, or let's see, what else do we have here? I just saw some, see, I'm trying to fill up this. I have plenty to fill it up. That's not the issue. The issue is remembering what slot I put the, I just saw some like watercolor paper. Anywho, let's move on. Let's get Now, see this? I want to make sure. See, I have a hard time seeing. So this cellophane comes up not as wide as this. I know, zhuzh. I don't know how. Somebody does know how to spell it, but it is not me. I love that word, zhuzh. All right, I'm trimming this, so I just have the cellophane. Okay, family is here to eat, so I have to go. Okay, honey, enjoy your meal. Thank you, Cindy. You know, where I folded the tape over on these, some of these, um, you have to, if you're going to do that, you have to press that really down because I could see a little booble. Now, certainly, now this one I didn't tape the whole thing. Why not? Who knows? Why not? All right, I'm trimming it there. And this one, I'm going to trim here. That I might be able to use for something. Where did I put my other templates? Let's see. Let's see if I can confuse the issue. That's kind of, this one doesn't look bad. That one might be nice. That might be nice. I think it's that big one. That's harder for me to cut. I did take out the butterfly. What did I do with the butterfly? All right, here's my crayon. I'm going to mark this one. Oh, this one's the landscape. All right, so here's a number 5, number 2, number 6. I guess it costs them more money to ink these. It's like with my fingernails. There's numbers here at the tips. So it's one way how you know how they go on. There's a number there, and the other end goes back into your cuticle. But you can't see them stinking numbers. Maybe I should use this pencil. It's so frustrating. This is a 1 and that's a 1. Okay, cool. And this must be the 7. Yeah. Number 7. All right. So then I have to pull out I don't need the 3. Let's get that out of the way. Now, this isn't the only thing you could do with these guys, right? The layout, did I make it? This one? This one, Cindy? I used the template. His palette papers, I think, are fairly new. This is number 4. Do I have a 4? No 4. This is a number 2. That's right here. I need this guy twice. I need 2 of number 1. This is number 6. And I'm missing. Is that what you meant, Cindy, when you asked that? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Where's my number? Hold on. Let me find it. I'm stretching. Let me find a magnet here. See if I can find where I put my number 7. Is this a 7? There it is. Shoosh. Number 7. I'm looking for number 5. Are not number 5. It's over here. That's the number 5. Stay in the lap, stay in the lap. Doot, doot. Okay, so I'm going to try to get all of these out of these 2 strips of collage paper because they kind of are coordinated already. Yes, that's what you, okay. All right, so that's what this one I trimmed. All right, so now I need 2 of this little one to fit this layout. This is one of the selling points that Tim Holtz was saying, that you don't have to think about the layout if you use the template. It's already laid out for you and it makes it easy peasy. Well, I'm going to lay them there. And he appreciates that. And these weren't too terribly expensive. Now, there are apparently stamps that you can get to stamp on things and make, words or sayings or whatever. I didn't choose to get those. I just got the 2 little, the templates and then the dies. All right, so we're going to make our sandwich, which is my plate B, very worn and used. Plate B, plate A. Then I'm going to put my paper down. And I'm going to stack on my little dies. See how I want them. I think I might want that there. So I have 2 left, and I want to do that number 1 twice. I'm just putting it straight on in. You can take those down if you don't want them to move. Mine did a little wiggle. Okay, Teresa. She's off to church. Good girl. All right. Back and forth. Now, if you're just coming in, we tape the paper first with just packing tape to give it that resin look. Okay. And then I'm just putting my dies on top and cutting out my tiles. See, that got crooked. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I need a second one of that little guy. I might be able to get another little something out of there. I don't know. Now, this is a landscape design on the template. So that one is going to be sideways, but I think I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to take this other collage strip. Now this is a little longer. So I need another one of this little guy. Sometimes, where you put it, you might have a little bit of waste, but you could use that somewhere else. You could use it in a, this one I want to go, might do this one on the bottom and this one a C. I think I can do that. Now I might as well do some extra cuts while I'm here, right? While I'm running it through. Some of it you might have a little bit of waste. Maybe one day you feel like sitting and just die cutting. So that'd be a good time to do this kind of thing. Because you put out a whole bunch of, while you're in the mood. Some of us are not. Now see, that really jumped. Now it was straight going in, but it jumped when it started to feel the pressure. So we'll just see. And it also depends on, how you're going to use these. You may decide you want to cut one out, you know, like more like a diamond and not use it straight on. So again, the possibilities are endless. Now, these are more of a landscape. So I think I'm going to do that one that way. Which doesn't have to go in the machine that way. And then I need something long. I need this one to be really long. That's not going to fit. That's not going to fit. Ooh. Will it fit here? Oh, I might just do that. That's be different on, it's going to be different. I think the little cutting part is going to be right where I need it. Wait a minute. This is trouble. 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 How are we all doing? All right, now I want to think about a surface to put this on. Oh, should have a gander around my. Whoop. All right, here we go. I'm going to crank through. Got my A plate, B plate, and my C plate. Just winding it back and forth a couple times just to make sure I get a nice clean cut. This one being a little bit of a stinker. A little bit of a stinker. Oh, Peggy. Yeah. Peggy loves her Halloween stuff. She's been doing so great. She's been donating things and really purging her space of all her wonderful goodies. But Halloween's a tough one. I mean, I'm not really that big on Halloween. I mean, I like the way this stuff looks, so I wouldn't be any help to you. I have a hard time throwing anything. I have a hard time throwing trash away. Okay, that's just the truth. All right, what can I build this one on? Let's see. What might I have? I have this journal I purchased from Johnny. Wonder if there's a page in here that I can put this on. I'd really like to find my not so everyday journal, but I think that is. Oh, you know what? This is my older one. Let's just do it in a page in here. This is not my new my latest everyday journal, not so everyday journal. This is my older one, but it's right here. So let's just, and I know there's pages in here that see, like right there, but I don't think we'd see it too much on that one. That's the other thing Tim did. He embossed and then cut out a square. Now, where's one of the dies? And put that on a tile. Now, he didn't do the tape on these. These he just cut out. Yes, that's it, Amaret. Thank you. Yes. I can show the packaging again because I just took it out of the package. I'm not sure where these would show up best. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, maybe there. That might be a little too wild back here. Maybe something a little less in your face. All right, I'm going to use this page. Just do it. It's not landscape, but I'm saying I'm going to use this page. Let's just see. It's supposed to be good. Oh, it does go this way. All right. All right. All right. Now I can leave her eye out. I can do that, or I can go up here. Kind of like it down here. Let me get a piece of this washi. Now while we're thinking about it, let's get another piece. Let me show this packaging. If you want to be enabled. I know what I didn't do. I wanted to do that little butterfly. I kind of lost. I kind of lost the packaging. Hold on. This is the Artful Palette. Simon Says stamp. So this has your die. These are your dies. And I don't know what I did with the template one, but Amarit has it there written in chat, and that's exactly what you need, the layering templates. And Lori put those somewhere. She can't find them right now. All right, so I'm putting this down. Now, I didn't decorate these yet, as you can see. This doesn't really matter. All right, this one can go here. This one. Oh, that's a double. Okay, so I don't need that one. This one can go here. This is the skinny one, number 7. And then I need 2 of these little guys. Let's put this one here. And this one here. Or do I want that? Maybe I want this one. I don't really remember what I paid for them, guys. I'm sorry. I just didn't pay attention to that. Now, of course, this book's already chubby, so I'm not too worried about, adding a lot of bulk to it. I'm just going to do it the way that I want. Now, I could glue them down and then decorate them after. That's an idea. So why don't I just do that? That might help. It's a different way to approach it. All right. So I'm just going to put my Fabrifix on the back of these. Just smushing that a little bit. Smushing it around. Smushing it around. Come watch Lori struggle. I just got notified for your new video, Jay. Can't wait to watch. Love the title. Ooh, I have to watch it too. Lori, did you see I left you some voice notes? Just a little private convo between you and I. I don't know if you've looked at that part of your phone. Okay. Let's put this in. Jay, why don't you put Why don't you put a link in for your channel? Her subscribership has been growing, which is great. Okay, I'm doing this sideways. Oh, Apple Watch. Don't even get me started. My neighbor loves hers. I'm like, what do you love about it? And she's like, what? I'm like, oh my gosh. I I thought I could just delete a message. So I started, and I'm sending people messages I don't mean to, because I can't even think. I'm going to have to watch a video. I can't figure out how to even delete a blasted message. It's like crazy. Thanks, Jay. Okay. Now I need to sneak this guy out. So I'm looking forward to digging out some more of my scraps, bricolage, and make some more of these tiles. Because I think I would like them a little thicker. And of course, I could glue this paper on top of something else. Not super thick, not like Timmy's stuff. Oh, good, Kat. Thanks. That's wonderful. And then don't forget to hit the bell so when a new video gets put up by Jacqueline or her sale, you might be interested to come in. And you know what? You don't have to purchase. You can just come in and hang out. I've said to Jacqueline a few times, and probably a few people, some of these sales, of course, if you can't if your budget is tight and you can't resist buying something, I don't want to promote that. Don't go. Don't go. But if you know you can't purchase something and you can resist buying, just come, hang out, chat with the other ladies. You get some good ideas and maybe some ideas for different projects, and just hang out with people that are creatively like-minded. It's just, it's a nice way to spend a couple hours, really. And but no pressure. I go to a lot of different sales. Of course, my resist level is not, what it should be. Of course, we're financially we're okay. So there's that too. But now can you really see this with that background? I might be picking a wrong background, but they're not really popping, but it is kind of cool. Now, the other thing I could do is I could go around these with my Stabilo and make little smudges. But these aren't decorated either. So let's see what we have that we can just pop on here, willy-nilly and just real quick. Let's see. Now this might look cool here. But see, I've got that jammed in there. Let's cut. Oh, look, there you go. There you go. Look, that looks cute right there. Does it not? It does. Stephanie G. Good morning. All right, let's put a little glue right here. Now you could theme this. You could do a shore, you could have seashells, you could do a lot of different things. See, I have a little overflow here because I'm heavy-handed. Lori's always got to be picking. Most people would not even see that, but I guess I have issues. Anyway, so that's going on there. All right. Now, what about oversized things? See, now that's an oversized button on there, but I kind of like it. It would just kind of take up most of but I kind of like that. Now, I do like thread in my buttons, some kind of thread. Now, let's just see. This could be the challenging part of this exercise. Usually I have stuff laying around my desk. Oh, I just had this. Let's try to use this. I just pulled this out of that little nib. That little nib. Laura, I just apologized to G3 Brenda. It's so difficult to get everything done. Especially now you still have, you know, a son at home. I mean, what is my excuse? I can't even blame it on Scooter. Now this has got a little bit of a bend in it because it was in that little. Joyce says, I'm punching holes in my paper so I can. Oh, nice. Joyce, how do you punch them? Joyce, that's why I bought this thing. I don't know what it's called. I haven't done it yet, of course. When you sent me those pages, I thought I could easily punch down the page. How do you punch yours? Do you mind telling? Do you mind telling? My pages are not right here. Joyce crochets on the edge of journal pages that are just exquisite. It isn't my son. It is my mother. That's the one. Yeah. Well, yeah. But when he's sick, I mean, that's a priority. That's all. That's all. You know, even though they're getting older, they want their mom. I'm telling you, they want their mom. It's nice to have your mom there. All right. So I'm just kind of using this big fat old twine. Now you mean like it? I mean, and it looks fine to me without something in the buttonholes. It's just that I like it better with something in the buttonholes. So, as Timmy would say, you do you. And try, if you do put thread in, try not to make it too short so you can tie it. 3 times in a week. You think it's a Timmy ruler and that way you just use your pokey tool, Joyce? Or a needle? Do you just use a needle? See, my Timmy ruler, the holes aren't very big. I don't know what I'd have to poke down in there. I think I'm just going to put that right there. Oh, look, it could go that way. Wait a minute. Do I want it? Oh, look, it's flatter that way. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let it be. I think I have the button upside down. Upside down. And 1/4 inch from the edge, and I use a needle. Oh, Joyce, you're a genius. I never thought about that. Never thought about a needle. And then your crochet hook can go right through there nice and easy, right? Now, you reinforce the edges, Joyce? Maybe she did. She doesn't want to give her secrets. I'm like Jacqueline. I'm asking questions. It's unusual for me. Look, I got a piece of fuzz or something. There goes the fuzz. Here goes the fuzz. See, I did it here, but this was not easy. See, look, I got it all cattywampus. It's not. Oh, I gotta get in here and glue some other stuff on. Stuff is hanging loose. It's hanging loose. Let's do this. All right, now I found this little. This is where my Timmy things were that I was looking for. See, there they all are. Lynn says, I always put floss in the buttons too, except now, while I'm recovering from my broken wrist, I'm giving myself a break and not very good. Good for you. And that's what you should be doing. Excellent. That could be a self-care item. Look, I'm thinking about trimming that. No, I don't want it there. This may not be the place. This could go on that bigger. Yeah, let's hold off on that thought. What else do I have sitting here on my desk? I don't want the bird. I don't want that bug. Oh, look, this little heart's cute. Let's see. And not every square has to have something either, right? Let's see if I can get a little bit of this. A large embroidery needle, and I do add a strip of paper to the edge, but I'm not sure it's necessary. I think it's a good idea, Joyce, but it may not be necessary. But I guess it depends on how dainty of a crocheter you are. I'm a bit of a bull in a china shop, if I'm honest. So I might manhandle it too much. So I think you get the idea of this. I hope you like these. I mean, I really love them. Of course, you got to check out Tim's. Tim's are just, they really are to die for. But a lot of it to me is the paper you use, you know? Because a lot, like his collage strips, they're all different as you go down the strip of paper. Let me see, where is another one? Let me grab another one here. See, he's just got different, you've got script there, flowers, 14 Rue Domingo or whatever, French words. You've got ledger paper, a beautiful old photo, and then some beautiful flowers here. I mean, this is a collage strip, so it's a collage just in it of itself. So then when you cut out these different shapes and then lay them out. Now, you don't have to use the template, but like Tim says, if you watch that segment of his video, Lori, we are all the same in crafting. I love it when you say heavy-handed. I am very heavy-handed, especially with like watercolor paper. Yeah, Lynn's on the mend. We got several on the mend. We've got Teresa on the mend, Lynn, and who was just here? Oh, now let me think. Somebody else. Was it Create and Relate? Shoulder replacement. Do I have the right gal? Patty Crane, hello. You've been watching on TV? Oh, girl, I knew I was TV bound. I just knew. So this is our layout. Now, I'm just wondering if I can put my hands on, which this is probably not going to happen. Let's just see if I can find, whoop, is this one? A Stabilo. And if I go around this, now this is my older, not so everyday journal. And if I just come around this with my Stabilo, you could use anything, right? I'm just using this because this is what will come to mind. Now I don't want this super wet. And then I'm just going to smudge this kind of. And so maybe it'll pop on the page a little bit more. I don't know. This may not do it, but it's an idea. You could go around that with a marker, for heaven's sakes, You can just come around with it. Now, see, I put this on top of, this is a tissue paper underneath, which may be, maybe, whose tissue paper is this? Somebody famous. Peggy, do you recognize that tissue paper? Her name's not coming to me. Her name's not coming to me. She tripped over the open dishwasher drawer. Oh, my goodness. You know what? I've said this before. No, I think it's a little different, Teresa, but that's a good question. Um, you're back? Oh, wow. That was quick. Seems like you just left. Um, this is different, I think. They're both water soluble and it can move, this is what I was going to say. I have said over the years, housework can be hazardous to your health, okay? Now, I know people don't believe me, but see there, Lynn is case in point, okay? Just saying. Just saying. I don't know the exact difference, Teresa, but I know they're different. They both move with water. Um, oh, the speakers weren't working, so you came home because you couldn't. I thought you couldn't hear me. You couldn't hear at church. Oh, sweetie. So there you have it. Whoops. So, oh gosh, I can't think of her name. Oh my goodness. It's not Vicky Booten. It's who are some of the other gals that do this stuff? Might be Jane Davenport. That might be her. That might be the one I'm thinking of. I think this is Jane Davenport, um, like collage or tissue paper. Uh, hey, Laura, I am. See, this is a little lumpy bumpy. But anywho, I need to get me another drink of water. I need some water. I got this picking up a little bit. ER nurses said no dishwasher duty for a month. Cardiologist said not for 5 months. Oh, I love those people. I'm actually already loaded. See, Lynn, you're like Scooter. Scooter's was given the boot. His doctor put him in the boot, got the cast off with the instructions. Don't put any weight on it. March 3rd, come back. We'll take another picture and then hopefully you'll get the okay. He said, because we're just 10 weeks out. It really takes about 12 weeks for those bones to knit and heal. Now, of course, Scooter has no pain. So Scooter thinks he's toe tapping. He's toe tapping. And I scold him and he just lets it go in one ear and out the other. Well, I don't put my full weight on it. I just, like if I'm drying my hair, I just lean mostly on my left leg and just put my toe down on the right. I'm like, you know what? You're pushing the envelope that doesn't have to be pushed. It's been so far and we've gone so long. Why can't you just wait a couple more weeks before you start doing that nonsense? Well, I don't have any pain. Okay, Dr. Scooter. You should hang out a shingle. You should hang out a shingle. You still have pain. Oh, yeah, we're not sure why. I mean, it's like when he pushes around where now he's got one incision. He thinks there's a stitch still in there, but I looked as well as I can. There's still like some. This is gross. There's still. It's not gauze, but you know how when scabs heal, it's just there's no other way to say it. But he thinks I think it's just that it was a deeper part of the incision, and so the stitch was down deeper. You can wash dishes Thursday. All right, honey. I think Teresa's pretty good at behaving herself. being a good girl. She's a good girl. Teresa and I are going to get together tomorrow, right, Teresa? And we're going to draw. We're going to draw for a little bit. Cindy said I said that when I was a teenager, and now it's biting me in the butt. Scooters that does almost everything too. Like I thought we were going to be ordering all these meals out because I said to him right up front, I'm just telling you, I'm not cooking. I don't like to cook. I'm not. I don't do well at cooking. I have a bad back, and it's just we're just going to order out. So I mean, we got a couple meals provided for us, which was wonderful. And he's like, I think I can do it. So he's just been cooking pretty much straight through. But see, he's much better shape than I am. He doesn't have a bad back. He's very limber. He's bendy. I'm flexible, but not too bendy. So you can cook and wash dishes on Thursday. Are you excited about that, or is that like kind of a bummer? I think you like to cook, right? You probably like to cook. Anywho. All right. So this is round 2. And then what did I do with my first? Oh, here it is. And then this, because I didn't plan ahead as to what to put the tiles on. I just put them on the front of this. Jenny, hi. Good afternoon. So I've got to repair this because this didn't turn out so well. Redo. But the cover looks cute. Now, see, I decorated these a little differently. This was a charm. This was an old shank button, right? This one I put a brad on, so that's sticking up a little crazy. That's not so great. I should have cut the legs off and just glued that on the top. In hindsight, you're excited to cook? Good. So, and the little zipper. I'm thrilled with that little zipper. Thrilled with the little zipper. So you can go through your charms and all that jazz, and see, maybe I'll use some of these up. These just feel so good. Oh, thanks, Cindy. I'm glad you enjoy that. I hope it gives you a little inspiration. Now, when I use the bigger square, which is where I put them up here. See, I think I could cut this in half and glue that on top of something. See, I think that will look cool, right? And I think I'm thinking of watercolor paper because it's thicker. But maybe just a nice cardstock, or maybe like a 110 or something, or like your 49 and Market. See, I've got some bits of that around. I think some 49 and Market might look cool in this technique because they're just a little thicker. Now, of course, if you pop these up, because I don't know where my little pop-up tabs are. Shocker. I don't know where they are. That gives it a little more depth. You'll see if you check out Timmy. I'll put him in my description box, and I'll put the correct live, and then it's about 2 hours in, and you can see where he's talking about these. They're really fun. But really, you could do this on your own if you had a punch, or if you have a die, just a square die cut. Sometimes we have in our stash where they're all that left elbow. Every once in a while, when I reach for something, it just doesn't behave. They're like nestled, and you might have those in your stash. Don't forget, you could do circles too. You could do circles. They would look cute. And then you can lay them out any way that you want. These templates it does the thinking for you. So you don't have to think about where to lay them. Some of us are good at that. Some of us aren't, That's just the truth of the matter. But these are fun. These are fun. And you don't need this stuff. If you can get it, it makes it a lot easier. But you could do it on your own. Heck, you could draw your own squares if you had to. Yeah, see, Cindy, you've got shapes. If you got triangles, or maybe even some of the ones that look like, labels, or they have the little flags on the ends. I think any of those would look great. And then you just nestle them together um, the best way that you can, right? I got the templates from Simon Says Stamp. And these are the cutouts. They're called Artful Palette. And Anne-Marit put in earlier, Laura, I just saw what you said. She did a, she did a, she did a stretch earlier and she's still sore. God love you, Laura. Laura is so adorable. I'm telling you, if you ever get a chance to meet our dear Laura, make an effort to do it. You won't be disappointed. Yeah, you can make the template, sure. If you've got any kind of medium that's has a little, you could use a heavy paper. You could trace around this, cut them out yourself, you know. I don't know. I don't remember what I paid for them, but I would shop around, like um, eBay and those places. Sometimes you can get a deal. Um, Simon's probably a little more expensive. Amazon, you might be able to get them through Amazon. I know, right, Peggy? Yeah, she is so fun and genuine. And see, oh, here's the. This is why I didn't do the butterfly. This is the other thing Tim did, but he did it with a heart. You can also put one of these little, or anything you have in your stash. If you have any dies, I should say. Teresa's the one. She's got the. Where the heck? I don't have any. Oh, here, let's do this. Maybe this is. See, like if you put this down and you cut out that shape, you could also cut out a little butterfly or a little heart or a second little square, you know. And I was going to do that and I didn't do it. So I'm sitting here chatting. I could have been doing it a while, but right. And then you glue it down, and then whatever your background is that pops through that little part that you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So now I need to clean up, clean up, clean up. So if you missed the beginning of the stream, go back and watch these. This is just now. This happens to be a digital, but these other ones here. Do I have any others cut out? That I think, yeah. This is scrapbook. This is what Tim Holtz calls his collage strips, which is just a scrapbook paper. This is one-sided, right? Peggy, don't tell. See, and then you put packing tape on it before you cut it. You put your packing tape on, like I did here. And you can see the dull on the edge. See, this needs to be trimmed so I don't get myself in trouble. Cut that crooked, try to cut it straight. See, and then when you put your dies on there, just run it through. It's already covered, and it looks like it's got. Hey, Debbie, it looks like it's got resin on it, and it's not. It's just packing tape. Brill, totally brill. Oh, if I could kiss his little face, I would just kiss his little face. He's such a genius to me, that Tim Holtz. He's just adorable, and just so clever. He's so clever. There she goes, Amarit. Thank you so much. Simon Says Stamp, layering templates and dies, and artful palette set. Right? So there you go. There you have it. All right, I'm going to go get another drink of water because I am quite parched. I'm sure my little puppy dog needs to get out for a little session outside. And then Scooter will be home. We'll have to do some lunch. And I think I'm still going to play around with this. Anne Marit says it includes 4 and a quarter by 5.5 inch templates. Yep. 18 wafer dies. Yep, my little girl is scratching at the door. All right, so I'm going to say good day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you, Peggy. I'm so thankful for you gals coming in and joining me. It just really makes it such a fun couple of hours for sure. So, thank you, Anne Marit. There you go, $39.97. I think you may be able to do a better price there, but sometimes maybe not. But look around or look in your stash, see what you have in your supplies. You might be able to replicate it. Think outside the box, punches, maybe you can just use a punch, You're welcome, Cindy. All right, so don't forget, take time to be creative. Enjoy the journey. Until next time. Bye-bye for now.